I more so have like a comment, I guess you can say. We're having this conversation. Well, you all are having this conversation about body counts. Like,
Mhm.
realistically, people don't walk around with their body count on their head.
Mhm.
So it's like when you're getting to know a person, you having your first date, whatever. If the first question the guy asks me while we're having dinner or whatever we're doing on our first date is, "What's your body count?" I'm, for a lack of better words, I'm going to immediately see that as a red flag because you're worried about the wrong shit. What
No,
are
you're
you
not.
asking me? For a first date? Yes, you are.
So, I
I feel
mean,
like you need to be, let's keep the conversation light. Let's keep the conversation casual. Let's sit here, try to get to know each other. Let's see if we can have a conversation. Let's see if we even get along before we want to decide if we want to have a second date or not. But to just
This lady really don't know. Men can't take you serious after you just said something that crazy. That was ridiculous, baby girl. All right, that was ridiculous. Now we know you got a high body count. Let me tell you something about a 304. A man can't believe in her. All right, we don't care how much y'all don't like it. A man can't believe in you. A man can only play with a 304. He can't believe in her. All right, the minute he find out she a 304, he can't believe in her. You for fun. You know what a 304 is? A woman that been getting used. We can't do nothing with a woman that been getting used. We don't want a woman that been getting used. You ladies have no idea who men are.
conversation. Let's see if we even get along before we want to decide if we want to have a second date or not. But to just blade out ask a person,
Fair use. Fair use.
"What's your body count?" Then you want to make your own judgment based off of that on a first date perspective. I think that's weird because
mhm.
you
He's gonna know
you
eventually.
worried about the wrong shit.
And this is why
But
women lose.
why would it be
Go ahead,
weird
Melanie.
if he doesn't want to have to deal with a woman with a high body count? He wants to make sure he's not wasting his time. He don't want a woman with a high body count. And the
I
only
mean,
way it would be weird or offensive is if you have a high body count. There's no problem.
I think that's semantics. I personally, because if you like a person, you're just gonna like that person.
No. If women like a person, she just gonna like that person. And that's all it is to it. All right? Because women like the man that can get all the girls. All right, that's what women like. Trust me. All right, women like the men who don't have no problem getting women. That's that. All right, listen, it's a difference, and you think it should be the same? No, 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 no. It is not the same. It is completely different. No, no, we don't want a woman that been with all the men. All right, a woman that been with all the men, we can't believe in her. And that statement right there told me about your history with men. And ain't no goddamn way after you said something like that, I would ever think I could believe in anything you got going on. All right, nothing.
True,
Like that.
but based off of your experiences with other men is going to show if you're able to stay and be faithful or not. Regardless of there's no point in him pouring into you if
So,
you're not going to stay.
What does your
Melanie,
body count
no,
have
no,
to do
Melanie,
with your
stop,
other
stop, stop
personal
there, stop
experience
there,
of
stop there.
other men?
Melanie, and
Huh?
I got you. Anaya, 1 second. You can go after it. Do you notice how you turn it into relationship talk again? 90% of the relationship we have nowadays is fucking. It's being friends with benefits. It's not about marriage. So
But
you
that's
guys keep talking about, oh, if you want to have a relationship with the person and the person is good to you and you're good to the person, I'm trying to fuck. That's what I'm trying to do. Why am I
Okay,
yeah,
dating
but
a
we know
even
your
woman?
but that's
No, no, no.
that's
perspective.
most.
Hey, Melanie, stop. 1 second. Melanie, I don't care if you cook. I don't care if you clean. I don't care if you are good with pets. You like babies. You help the elderly. If you have a big booty, I'm going. I'm sorry. That's what most men are doing and most women are doing. They will date 90% of these men and then find a sucker and a boring woman to marry. There's most relationships is on a fucking relationship. So why am I going around and saying if she's a good woman, if she's a good cook, Melanie? Most of these men are in love with you on the chat. They have no idea who you are. No idea. They see you look good. You have some big teeth. You have a fat ass. They don't know if you cook well. They don't know if you clean well. They don't know if you are a good person. They going. So
that woman hasn't slept around with everybody.
Nah, I feel like ain't no real man.
There we
Ain't
go.
no man. Ain't no real man. Let's just make that plain clear.
Oh,
Look at
God.
God.
Well, look at
And
God.
I
But I'm
think
talking
I
about
think the
to a woman that he's pursuing on a first date or really any amount of time is going to ask her, what's your body count?
See, she want to gaslight you with what a real man would do. A real man would be somebody who would be okay with whatever she done. Okay, if you let a woman tell it, a real man is the man who will go against everything men known to stand for. All right, that's who a real man is that man who will believe in everything men known to be against. All right, so she could do it and see it her way. All right, that's a real man, the man who would agree with her in this nonsense coming out of her mouth.
Don't have anything to do with how far a relationship can prosper based on someone's body count. But I'm not gonna. But I'm also not going to over articulate and over possess all this passion on this quote unquote one thing of a body count, because I don't think it's that deep.
Hey,
But I just
Anaya,
wanted to break
Anaya, let me ask you
down
a
Here's the
question.
the
reality
If a
with
conversation
woman,
that y'all was
that.
kind of
Anaya,
already
Here's the
having.
reality with that. Back in the past, we can argue that the men back in the past were way more manly and masculine than we are today. The men of the past, when they got into relationships with women or started courting women or pursuing women, there was an expectation that that woman didn't have a body count. So they didn't even have.
Exactly. Back then, you didn't think to ask no woman nothing like that. All right, because the expectation was that she didn't have one. Nowadays, you really gotta ask a question like that, even though you know she gonna lie. All right, but some of them won't. All right, some of them won't, and let me tell you why. Cause she like this woman right here. She thinks she got some way of forcing a man to believe it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter because she don't like that it would matter. All right, so you need to see it her way. You're going to see it your way long enough to get the chopping in them cheeks.
They didn't even have to inquire about that because it was assumed that you didn't have a body count. And in this day and age, you're talking about a man today ain't going to ask a woman that. Yeah, a man today ain't going to ask a woman that because most of these niggas out here ain't hitting on 2 damn cents. They don't give a shit how many people you've screwed. In fact, they're hoping that you screwed a lot of people because that would give them a better shot to screw you on the first night.
Angry man cooking. Angry man is cooking. And on top of that, when a man don't care nothing about your body count, it's because he ain't about to do nothing with you anyway. He don't care nothing about your body count. This ain't going nowhere. He only care about your body count when it's going somewhere. When he think this going somewhere. All right, listen, but a chick that's coming out her face like that, you already know what time it is. All right, if she would say something this stupid, you know, she'll say something this stupid right in your face. She believes she got some kind of power. The power to make you accept this. And she see men only accept it long enough to get what they want. All right. And they can't believe in this. All right. There's nothing here to try to believe in.
Shot to screw you on the first night. And right now what's going on with women is women don't want men asking about body count because they know it's wrong and they don't want to be embarrassed to have to admit how many dudes they done laid up with before they got married.
Put the words out my mouth.
Operate in a disrespectful way, expect respect. Like if you're already disrespecting yourself, because the way it works is when men and women are born, right? Men are born at the bottom of the mountain. Our job is to climb up the mountain. We have to achieve shit. Women are born at the top of the mountain. Your job is to stay at the top of the mountain. Every time you sleep with someone who is not a husband and you just sleeping around, you come further down that mountain. And a lot of y'all are meeting dudes halfway down the damn mountain. And that's why you keep catching hell when it comes to relationships. Now, the thing.
Notice how her behavior, how she real distant, and how she seemed to not be trying to pay attention to what's going on, but she hear it. She hear it. That's the signs that people don't usually tell her about herself. All right, no. That's not what usually go on. She stand in front of men, and men just, the kind of men she stand in front of, they want to get in her pants, and they don't care nothing about nothing she talking about. They just gonna agree with her. All right, it's gonna be after that post, you know what, clarity, and at the dust been knocked off that, and he ain't tripping no more. Then he can't do nothing with her. You can't do nothing with her. Cutie on duty.
It's not that they're choosing to be single. They don't know how to be in relationships. They come to relationships. Now, the thing that Ali said that I disagree with, it's not that they're choosing to be single. They don't know how to be in relationships. They don't know how to spot a good man from a bad man. The man that cares about how many people you slept with is the good dude. The dude that doesn't care is the bad dude.
Wait, Tommy.
Trying.
Hey, is your name Tom? Is your name Thomas too? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hi, Thomas. How you doing,
All right.
sir?
I'm doing all right. Look, I tell you what, and there's no offense to anybody, y'all know I just talk kind of plainly. A lot of times the biggest problem, especially in the black community, black women got too much voice, got too much mouth. And the fact that you let them speak, and we think that like they'll be saying things and won't even know what the word means, or say the word wrong and just be talking and seeking words and saying, well, it's the way that you said it. Well, you got to understand, a real man. So when a woman can tell you what a real man is, that is a problem. Because usually when she say what a real man is, it's always somebody that accepts her shit and won't question her shit. It's always a real man for that one. A real man will get with a woman who has kids. Haven't y'all heard that? How many of y'all black men heard that? A real man will be with a woman that's got kids. Who says that? A bitch with kids.
I said the same
What's
thing,
gonna
Tommy.
be next? A real man should get with somebody got AIDS if you're real. It's really stupid. But you'll hear black women talk like this, and they'll be real confident being in public, being real ignorant. Why would you want to know how many people I've slept with? Well, I want to know if I'm throwing my hot dog down a hallway. Why wouldn't I want to know how many people done jumped on you and treated you like a human trampoline? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why do you care if you like me? I don't know you. You know why we on this first date, lady?
Look at her, bro. Look at her. She trying to check out, all right, because she not used to this. All right, she not used to men telling her about herself. She used to men standing in front of her and just trying to get in them cheeks, and they just agree with her. All right, like Doberman to in front of her like Doberman pinches. All right, that's what she used to. She ain't used to men who, they ain't tripping off of none of that. Girl, you're going to have to bring it. All right, man who got shit going on, that shit ain't enough. Girl, that shit ain't enough. All right, you got what we want. That's a start. That's all. That's all. Because, see, what ladies need to understand is, listen, men, we got our differences, but at core, we more alike. We're more alike. We more want the same things men always wanted. You ladies not going to come and talk us into wanting something else. All right, women used to know this. Women used to know what men wanted and just gave it to us. It's just as of lately, these past 50 years, that women thought that they should be able to give men whatever the hell they feel like giving them, and men needed to accept it. All right, listen, it came with a lot, bro. It came with a lot. This the consequence of all that freedom. You see what she'll come up here and say? This is a consequence of the women's liberation movement. You can't believe in it. You just can't believe in it. It ain't no way a man could bet the house on this. But women that keep telling her she deserve a good man.
And I said, let me get your number. I didn't know a damn thing about you, didn't know your last name, probably didn't remember it unless I put it in my damn phone. And usually, nigga, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. When I put your name in my phone, it's Big Booty Betty I met at the motherfucking Publix. That's how I labeled your ass. So for you to sit there and tell that motherfucking lie that I'm supposed to be trying to get to know anything else, no, I need to know if I'm serious about fucking Big Booty Betty, how many other niggas done fuck Big Booty Betty? Because when I met this bitch at Publix, I know 39 niggas in aisle 7 was trying to get her number too. So I want to know how many of them niggas she let hit. So therefore, I could either be the nigga to hit or I could be the nigga to take you on a real date. Because I ain't taking your motherfucking ass to chops when every other nigga done chopped that pussy.
Bro, he cooking. It's hard to stop him, but he giving it up. He ain't lying, fellas. You know he ain't lying. All right, listen. Just like I try to tell the ladies, listen, they're like, oh, what you liking on Instagram? What you like on Instagram don't got shit to do with what you want in your house. What he like on Instagram, baby girl, don't got a goddamn thing to do with what he want in his house. All right, because see, she can dress like that when she his woman. She can't dress like that if she represent me. No way. You take that somewhere else. But if she your woman, go ahead. You want to put her out there like that. All right, the boy. All right, because she don't respect you. She don't respect you. You can't tell her nothing. You can't take care of her. You don't go take care of nobody. You can't tell nothing. And trust me, they a bunch of rebels. All right, how can we take care of rebels? Y'all stay in the street. All right, we can't believe in it.
Dog out what?
Right, it's a hot dog down the hallway, just out there, just swimming in the pussy. Can't do no damage. She don't even know when you started or when you finished. Anyway, you sitting up here saying these things makes no damn sense. You know who make?
See, the funny thing is this right here, right? Back in the day, bro, it was expected you was gonna wait for sex. All right, like when my pops talked to me, he tell me about in his day, and he used to be like, man, listen, y'all don't know how good y'all got it. Man, y'all could just go up to these girls. Man, when I was growing up, you knew good and well you wasn't getting nothing that fast. That wasn't happening like that. And see, so men didn't even expect that a woman would do nothing like that. Because women didn't carry themselves in the fashion that you ladies carry yourself in. Men could believe in them. Men could work his ass off to can't see morning and can't see night for her. Man can't work his ass off for you. I couldn't work my ass off for this. I can't believe in this. You lost your mind. I know I would be making a mistake.
Hoes is out here trying to make arguments and tell niggas to shift their thinking. You shouldn't care about this. Fuck if I don't. When I buy a car, I want the Carfax report. When I get a bitch, I want the Catfax report. Let me see the Catfax. I want to know who been in this motherfucker. Why? Because I'm about to go in it. And what they want men to do is not respect themselves and their bodies. That's why if a woman asks you to put a condom on, and you be like, I don't know about this, she gonna look at you like something's wrong.
Fellas, Superhead had this book, right, that I read in prison, right? And I remember it was this part in the book, and I remember she was like, she went to this party with some dude. And when she got there, Dame Dash told her something, and he just left her. He ain't want nothing else to do with her. You understand how when you tell a man that when a man find out he showed up with you and all of these guys been smashing you, he look like a sucker. He don't look like he should be taken serious. He show up with you. It don't matter that you don't think it should matter. I'm telling you, men think it should matter and they don't take him serious. And the minute they tell him that's your resume, he gotta leave you where you standing. You don't show up with no real true player and you know you've been carrying yourself this way. All right, and then you got men laughing at him. All right, because you ladies don't have a clue who men are. You think you can carry yourself in this fashion and he can still have you on his arm and be proud as a man. No, he can only do that when he lets somebody like you tell him what a man should be.
How you fellas will feel if a woman tell you, take that condom off on the first day?
They don't even ask for men to put it on anymore, do they?
Right. But you would think if you put it on and she said,
he ain't lying. I mean, you be putting on a condom and she'll be like, you got a condom? And you be like, yeah, what the hell? Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
Oh, bitch.
You gonna be like, how many niggas
way
you
women
told to
feel.
take that? You gonna be like, how many niggas you told to take that condom off?
Right. It's just
Tom-
like
hey,
me. And,
Tommy.
huh?
I think they don't understand that very few things are new under the sun. They want us to think that everything they do with us is the first time. It's only us. We're so special. It's never been done before.
No, they treat black men like this. That's why.
See, because back in my father's days, you could believe that. See, my father used to tell me this kind of stuff. He was like, boy, if a girl was giving it up to you on the first night, you was Michael Jackson, somebody. Because that wasn't happening for you, ain't even expect nothing like that. Think about it today. Listen, I used to tell her, look, you need to be worried about what I'm going to think about you if you don't. You talking about what I'm going to think about you if you do.
And no black men in the household. That's why we are subjected to listen to someone like that young lady and think she's saying something intelligent. Niggas with a father know what she's saying is stupid immediately. Somebody tell me I'm lying. If you was raised around some men, you know what the fuck she said was ignorant. Hell, she know it was ignorant, but she know niggas like pussy and she can talk.
Tommy straight up reading her. All right. And she can't handle it. You see her, right? She can't handle it. She going to pieces for real because she ain't used to getting told about herself. But you can never say this to men. Not a real man. You can say this to simps. And he would still think, you know, but most of the time he ain't in no position where she would. No, but she get in front of you. Can never talk like that as a woman and think you walk away with respect. No. We don't care what you think about men shouldn't judge you. All right, we don't care nothing about none of that shit. We gonna judge you. You're going in our book of don't ever take you serious. Bro, only a walking disaster would come out of her mouth like that. Yo, a train wreck will believe that she could say this in the face of men and still walk away with the respect of a woman. No. I don't care what women told you. Y'all don't have no way of forcing a man to accept nothing like accept this. Nothing. She'll just stay in the street and come get her when they need her.
And she can talk you simp niggas in the fucking. That's all it is. You niggas, like, I'm glad that Ali said it. Don't nobody give a shit about what none of these bitches been. We want to fuck them. That's it. I wouldn't ask you. I done fuck so many bitches. I don't even know what their first name is. I don't know your name, bitch, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But if it gets to the point where I want to have something serious, I'm going to ask questions. It was a shame, Ali, that she didn't understand. I used to love giving that analogy of business. How you gonna tell me I should be more strict about where I put my business than where I put my penis? You a fucking idiot. No offense, young lady. I'm just saying a fucking idiot says that. Because if I put my dick in you and I get HIV, that's gonna last with me forever. If I put my name on a signature for a business, bitch, I can separate that if it don't go well. As a matter of fact, black women are so fucking backwards. Think about how many black women y'all have heard say this word. They got a baby by a nigga and you ask, are y'all getting married? Nah, that's a big step.
Look at her, bro. She jumped straight into child mode. All right. And act like, you know, she doing something else. I believe she hear him though. But bro, she just not used to encountering this kind of resistance. Bro, you're going to notice that the first time you break on a pretty girl, All right, and she respond like that, like she just not used to men checking her. All right, and listen, you don't care nothing about none of that. All right, she ain't about to talk to you like or think she about to break on you. All right, and you see that defiance and all of this, and man, listen, man gonna run straight through her. All right, he gonna run straight through all of that. You see, Tommy ain't letting up. He ain't letting up. Ain't none of that getting in the way of nothing here. None of this work he got for her. All right, because she shouldn't have ever came out her face like that. All right, listen, baby girl, I don't know who you've been talking to. I don't know who raised you. I do know who raised you, the internet. I hear them. They tell you you can act like that, but you don't come to the men's side and understand you ain't no way to get us to accept that. That's why you going to stay in the street.
Get married in Vegas in a drive-through and get divorced the next damn day. But if I get you pregnant, you stupid bitch, you got 18 years of this motherfucker, and then after that, you got to put him in the world, and he could turn into Jeffrey Dahmer. But it make more sense for you to think about marrying me than reproducing with me. Only black women say stupid shit like that, and only black men listen to stupid shit like that because your mama probably was a stupid bitch like that, and she told you that stupid shit, and you thought it was normal. And this is what we have to change. We have to change this thought of a lot of women. I'm not saying a lot of women shouldn't be.
I mean, she left. I think she got offended, and I could understand why. You know what I'm saying? It's at some point, fellas, that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That right there. Like, I mess with Tommy. You feel me? In some of his points of view. I ain't, you know what I mean? But that right there, like, I know that's him, and I ain't trying to tell a man how to run his show. I'm just saying I just don't see why that was called for. And I ain't down on Tommy. That's how Tommy do his thing. That's just not how Tommy over here do his thing. All right, that don't represent the views of this channel. I don't think she a stupid bee. All right, no, I just think she been misinformed. I think she been misled. And I think people told her it don't matter all her life. Nothing she got going on should matter. All right, she a nice looking woman. And it ain't no way she could get a man who doing this thing to go for this. Because when he doing this thing, they all nice looking. She just don't know she ain't the only one until it's too late.
Just saying they shouldn't be heard. Meaning this, after a while, when you listen to somebody and they say it, and it's usually based on their feelings more than what they know and what they can prove, you shouldn't build anything with that person. You wouldn't build a house if the nigga that came to design your house said, I feel. You wouldn't build a car if the nigga said, I feel. Y'all wouldn't get on a plane when a nigga told you how he felt when he was building it. No, he better tell you what the fuck he know, because that flight got to work. And when it comes to relationships, you can tell we don't take them seriously. Because if a woman asks you, you ever slept with a man? Imagine if you said, you shouldn't ask me that on the first date.
Exactly, ladies. We can't take this serious. We can't take you serious. All right, listen, y'all get on here and y'all decide they display their self. And then they really believe we could take them serious. After a display like this, and all of those ladies, when she was saying this, nodding in agreement with her. And now that they gave her, put her representation on display, they think they could back away from it because they not the one who said it when they was nodding in agreement with it while she was talking. All right, because they thought that was something for sounded empowering until men told her how they felt about it. Now they trying to back off of her. No. Y'all was agreeing with her, and that's the shit we talking about. We be talking about. No. You roll with her.
Imagine if you said, you shouldn't ask me that on the first date. What do you think that woman would say?
You did, and I'm leaving.
Hey, Tommy.
Or wish we said the words of, it shouldn't matter. Oh, well, it shouldn't matter that me and my boys had an orgy together. We told the bitches to leave. We just started fucking each other when we was 19. But that was just because a nigga had.
I don't know what's up with that. He tripping, ain't he? He tripping. I don't even like that analogy.
It be fucking a nigga up, but it shouldn't. Yes, you can't file. What was it? Chapter 7.
Chapter 7 to get rid of
Clean my dick off. It's a new dick now. We can start over again. A nigga filed chapter 13 dick. It doesn't happen. So when we are asked questions, if we won't even ask, if a bitch say, well, where do you work? And we won't tell her that, she'll write that down as a reason why I don't want to fuck with this nigga. There's a lot of reasons we get written off as men. But women don't want to play that same game. They don't like getting written off. They want to get the same damn thing as everybody else get. That's why old bitches now always talking shit about young bitches. I'm just as good as a young woman. No, you ain't, bitch. You ain't got no but a couple. You ain't got no but a couple of eggs left. You 45-year-old hoe. You ain't even got enough to make an omelet. This young woman do better than you. When you was young, you old bitch, you was up there at the club and having niggas buy all kind of shit for you. Now ain't nobody buying nothing for you because you're smelling like motherfucking Ben.
See that life as a cutie on duty when she getting old, when she old and got old. Okay, yeah, now she hate all the young chicks. All right, she can't stand them for some reason. All right, because she look at them as competition when they don't look at her as competition. All right, that's all in her mind. All right, she got to keep telling herself that and trying to convince men that it ain't a difference. No, you spent the years where you should have got your man playing games. You wanted to be out here. You wanted to be outside. Now you still outside. And you want to find somebody to accept what you got going on. And 9 out of 10, we see them all the time. She still want the same thing she wanted when she was 22 for it. All right, men saying you lost your mind because she keep telling herself it don't matter. And she thinks she got some way of making you think that too.
But I'm just as good as a young woman. No, you're not. And we need to stop that damn lie.
There's
Because
no
old hoes hating on young hoes. Let the young hoe get her time in the sun. You don't see old niggas like me hating on young niggas. I know this nigga can fuck you for days. I fuck you for 5 good minutes and my shit start.
You see how we school the youngsters? And he just told, listen, bro, we don't hate on the youngsters. All right, we did our living. All right, look, live it up. All right, I just want y'all to be safe. I just want y'all to be prosperous. I just want y'all to listen up. Don't do the shit I do. All right, watch out for this. Don't you never let no chick run nothing like this on you. Ever. She cannot, after she came out her face like that, you know you can't do nothing with her. Nothing. Okay, nothing else. The only thing you could do is get the chop. And other than that, you can't bet the house on none of this, man. None of this. All right, listen, all of them except this young lady up top. She was never, I ain't gonna say that. This young lady up top, I can't see her name, but she the only young lady up top. She was not agreeing with that. She was not agreeing with that. So I'm sorry, young lady, if I ain't mean to put you into that with that. But they was riding it out. Now they realize, all right, how men feel about this. No, you don't get to just no. You stand on business.
I'm mad when he come around. This nigga fuck my bitch. I'm out of a job. Only good thing I know is at least when he doing it, I don't have to. Shit, I know he done.
Hey, Tommy, my wife heard in the background. She said you spitting.
That's why I tell you, women don't know nothing about men. Nothing. Shit. They don't bother to listen to men. They only listen to women because they believe women got some magic to make men do something, and they don't have the power to make men do shit. All right, that's why they in the street and record numbers. All right, look, let me explain something to you. All right, and that's a cold fact. That young dude gonna come around me and get the best game I can give him to succeed. All right, if that young lady go around this lady right here, she doomed. If That what you hear these ladies come on all the time, telling 50, 60, still talking about what they deserve. No man gave them none of that yet. And they still talking the same stuff. All right, and this the stuff they spit to the young ladies and tell them, yeah, girl, you do this, you do that, and telling them to act like men. You ain't gonna get the respect a man would get for being a man, but you're gonna lose the privileges women get for acting like a man. All right, trust me.
At least when he doing it, I don't have to. Shit, I know he.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey.
My wife heard in the background. She said, "You spitting that shit. You got her rolling like shit in the background."
Hey, look. The other part that I don't understand, and Tommy, you can attest to this. Anybody that's in my age bracket can attest to this. Saying that women don't ask personal questions when you first meet them, that's cap. I've been back in the day, chicks will ask you, you could meet a chick at a bar or a club. She'd be like, what kind of car you drive?